everybody. Welcome back to SeraCraft Studios. I'm Sarah. I am the owner and dyer behind SeraCraft Yarn and now Sarah Mahan SeraCraft Designs because I've released my first pattern. But I'll get into that in a little bit. So I wanted to do a quick episode and show you what I've been working on because it's been a lot and it's been busy with the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States and also a lot of other things going on. But anyway, hopefully the light's okay. I'm in a different spot. We got our tree. And I just thought it would be a nice different location to be. So let's see, you can find me. There's a link below for the link tree of where to find me everywhere. I'm on Etsy as SeraCraft Yarn. Instagram and Facebook is SeraCraft Yarn. Ravelry, I have a group for SeraCraft Yarn, and also I do all the podcast stuff there. And then Patreon page, which is where this is first. And there will be a coupon code, by the way, there for patrons. And then where else? Oh, and then on Ravelry, I'm Sarah M, SERAM. And I think that's it. So welcome. Thank you to new viewers for coming to check me out. And thank you to returning viewers for coming back to see what's going on here. So a quick recap or whatever. I've been trying to be more monogamous with my knitting. So instead of, although I have 1,000 projects, I feel like right now, I'm picking 1 or 2 to work on per week and try to finish one of them. And then I alternate the next week, and that way I don't get bored. But also, I'm trying to get some things off the needles because, frankly, I'm overwhelming myself. And I really want to start all new projects. And I've never started a new year with nothing on the needles. That won't happen this year either. I mean, there's no way I can finish everything, but I sure can try. Anyway, so I've been trying really hard to do that, and I've made some successful progress. But I've also cast on a few things. So we'll see. Okay, so let me show you some of the stuff that I have finished. I did a test knit for Jen Steingass, and I always say it wrong. I'm sorry, Jen. Knit Love Wool or Knit Wool Love. I can't remember, but you guys know Jen Steingass, though. She does amazing sweaters with usually color work on the yoke, and they're always stunning. And this was the Midcoast Sweater, which came out recently. It was the first time using one of my new bases, which is the Natural Sport. It's 100% non-superwash merino, and it is so soft. Ridiculous. It's definitely a favorite. I chose to do short sleeve so I could layer it over a t-shirt, and also so I could wear it in the fall because it hadn't gotten really cold yet. And so I thought it would be perfect. But this is my wrinkled because it was folded in my closet. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's pretend that wrinkle's not there. So anyway, it's my Old Romance colorway. And then this is the natural sort of color there is dyed with coffee. And it's the same base. And then the blue is actually something my brother picked up. And I have to look. It's like the Kentucky alpaca farm or something like that. It was not a big company. It was not a company I was familiar with. But anyway, I really like it with this. So I just did sport weight. It was designed for sport or fingering, and I sort of was going for a very slightly cropped, it's not super cropped, but a slightly cropped version. And I feel like I have fur, or, oh, it's my hair, I'm sorry. Oh God. All right, so I was going for a slightly cropped boxier version, so I did the sport weight. So that's that, and I love it, and it's super soft, and it's cozy, and I sort of feel like I should have done the long sleeve now that we actually got snow last night, which is exciting. But maybe I will knit the next one that way. So I also finished a hat. This one is the Conversationalist by the Plucky Knitter. And this yarn here, I'm going to put it all on my project page because I don't have labels with me. I don't have all my stuff with me. I'm not super organized. See, I recorded this episode last week and didn't have the sound on. There was no sound to the video. It was horrible. And then I was going to record it again and the kids were sick. And then it was my daughter's birthday and then it was Thanksgiving. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just start over. So I don't have everything and I apologize. But the bottom color is my Superwash Merino DK base in Mouse. This is a Sweet Georgia DK and I can't remember the color, but I also used it in a shawl last year that I really like. And then this top one is a Madeline Tosh, and it's long enough where I can wear it just down like this and it's a bit slouchy, or I can fold up in a, I'm not going to take my hair down and put it on, but anyway, I can fold up the brim too and it fits a little bit more like a tighter beanie. So that was a really good, quick, super quick knit. I wove all but one end in, which is one of my gray ends. I don't know. Oh no, I didn't. I lied. They're still in there. But, okay, so I'll do that tonight. But anyways, I cast that on the night before Thanksgiving, and then I finished it the morning after Thanksgiving, I think. It was so fast. I mean, super simple. And the pattern, I can't remember, if I think it called for worsted weight, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. So that was another quick finish. And then I finished my daughter's My Little Pony sweater. We dyed the yarn together to look like the My Little Pony rarity. And then it's the Little Shore Cardigan by Carrie Bostic Hogue, and that's from the Swoon Maine pattern book, and it's also on Ravelry for purchase. But she picked the pattern or the buttons out, and those are from Joanne Fabrics. So I just used my Twinkle Toes base, which has silver stellina in it, and you're probably not going to be able to see the sparkle, but I held it double. There's flecks of black, pink, light blue, purple. Super fun little knit. She loves it. It fits perfectly. She put it on and she did a little happy dance, and then she goes, "It's absolutely perfect, Mom." And then she wanted to have it done in time for her birthday so she could wear it to school and wear it on her birthday. So she was very happy. So that was another finished object. And then, let's see, my first design. Okay, so I have been wanting to design patterns for a few years now, and I've tried a couple things, and I just, you know, if you've tried designing or you are a designer, you know that you rip out a lot. But I tried a few things and I just was not happy with anything. And I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna stop for a while. And then my son wanted a hat, and he had a specific idea of what he wanted. He wanted, he doesn't know all the terminology, but he goes, I want it to look kind of like this, and I want it to be in these colors. And so I was looking at patterns, and he didn't like any of the ones I showed him. And I said, you know, I'm just gonna try to do a chart. So I used Chartminder, and I came up with a chart, and I showed it to him, and he said, that's what I want. It's easy and it's simple, and that's what I want. So then I just started designing based on that chart and based on what I thought he should have in a hat. And then it worked out. So this is it. It's called the Snow is Coming hat, which is perfect because I published it yesterday and then snow came last night, so that was great. But it is a simple two-color color work hat. You could do this even as a beginner doing color work because it's only two colors and it's a really simple repeat. It's fingering weight. The green is the Plucky Knitter in their Primo MCN base, and the white is one of my undyed mini skeins, and I didn't even use maybe half of a mini skein, and that's my everyday twist base. And it starts with a provisional cast on, so you do need a little extra needle. I did a crochet hook and waist yarn, and there's a tutorial for that. So it's called Snow is Coming. There is a coupon code right now, and you can purchase it on Ravelry and also on Etsy in case you are not on Ravelry. And so the coupon code is first pattern, all in caps, and it will take 20% off the pattern through Wednesday the 4th. And then it has a youth and 2 adult sizes. So that's the Snow is Coming hat. And I'm just really pleased with it. So I wanted to show it to you real quick because he was going to wear it to school today. So it could get lost on the playground. I don't know. I don't know. He's pretty good about keeping track of his hand knits. But I think that is it for finished objects. I do have a sad thing to show. So my Tecumseh by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knitworks, I knit last year a non-superwash wool, and it was out of my farm worsted base, and I really loved this sweater, and I had, this is so stupid, you guys, I know better. I had washed some of my socks in the machine on a no spin cycle, and also I had done a low spin cycle for some of the super wash yarns. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to just soak it with the spin off in cold water and just soak the sweater, and then I will put it in a towel and I'll get as much water out as I can and then lay it flat to dry. I forgot to turn off the spin, and I felted my sweater. I felted it. Oh God, I'm usually so careful. I'm so mad. The only good thing I will say is that I enjoyed this pattern very much. I technically can still fit in it, but some of my color work was kind of tight, so you could see it's all bumpy. It looks so bad. So this is going to be one of my barn sweaters that I wear out to work in the barn and the garden and stuff. I mean, I just love it so much. I probably will knit another one in I'd like to do kind of a navy as the main color. I don't know when I'll get to that, but I'm not thrilled. If the color work hadn't been tight, it probably would be okay. It wouldn't be lumpy. But, I mean, there's no fixing that now. It's, felted. So, I have a little felted sweater. Ugh. Love that. Okay, what else have I been working on? I have been working on a few things, new things. Let me see. I don't think I have a picture of the pattern. I cast on a new sweater that I'm trying to finish for Christmas. It was designed by the lovely Sarah Stevens of Graceland Wool, and it's called the Autumn Pine Pullover. And I dyed this one-of-a-kind color specifically for this sweater, specifically to make it a Christmas sweater. So I'm going to focus on that this week and hopefully finish that. But it's this pretty sort of cranberry red color. It's a little bit blown out by the light. But anyway, it's super pretty. And I started the front. I don't have a picture with me. But it is a top-down pullover. It has a lace panel across the front, and then I think it's written to be a little bit cropped, but I probably will not really have it cropped. It'll be right at my waist or something. It's so that I can wear it over my linen dresses and stuff. Sorry, I'm sniffing a little bit. I didn't quite get sick, but I have a little bit. Maybe it's the cold, I'm not sure, but hopefully it's not too bad. So anyway, it's lace across the front, which it blooms really nicely. It also makes it so that it fits a large variety of bust sizes because there's so much growth with this pattern. And I am knitting the 34 or the 36? I can't, let me look. I probably have it circled. Oh, it's the 32. And so because of that lace on the front panel, she says it blooms quite a bit, and she recommends 2 to 4 inches of negative ease. So I did the 32 bust. I am a 34, just barely. So I think it will be great. I think it will fit perfectly. So I'm excited to get back to that. I kind of got on my finishing streak of everything else and set it to the side. But I really want to have that done for Christmas. So that's my plan. And I will make sure that my project page is updated on that. So I have that going. And then, oh, I have another sad story. Okay, so my Selbu mittens that I started so long ago, because they were my Christmas Eve cast on last year. It's pathetic. Why I keep starting so many projects and then putting them aside and not getting back to them, and then it's just ridiculous. But anyway, the first one is perfect. All I have to do is the thumb. The second one, I had a mistake. I ripped back. The mistake was way down here. I ripped back. I fixed the mistake. I finished up to the decreases. Then I screwed up the decreases. So if you look at the tip of the one that's right, and see how beautiful it all lines up, right? I got off somehow. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I don't even know. I mean, you know, late night knitting. This is perfectly fine. It's just that edging, and I can't possibly ignore it. So I'm going to rip back to where those decreases start and do it over. It's not a hard pattern, but it is, the chart is different every row. And both mittens are different, and so you really have to pay attention. And so late night knitting, watching a movie, and you know, a glass of wine is not a good choice. So anyway, so I'm gonna rip that. At least it's not very much. I'll just rip back like, I don't know, it's 15-ish rows, and then go and finish the thumbs, and then I will have mittens finished. So I would really like to accomplish that also this month. My son says he needs a cowl, and he did pick out yarn. I have a whole nother skein of this, but this is left over from my Soldotna, and this is my Merino DK. And so I'm going to use this, and I probably am going to do the Oats cowl by Tin Can Knits. I've done that several times, and the kids love it. It's a super simple, it's like the barley hat, where it has that panel of garter, but and then the rest is stockinette, and it's just a simple tube. So I will do that, and I probably will start that. I should start it tonight now that it's snowing. He has asthma. He really needs to keep his neck covered. So that I will pull out the other skein and wind up and begin that one and focus on the sweater. And then I'm trying to finish 2 projects for my mom for Christmas, because I gave them to her for her birthday, and they were not complete. And one of them was this brioche cowl. And then I'm halfway finished, so I have halfway more. I don't love brioche. It is not my favorite thing to knit, and that's why I have not been working on it, because I don't really like it. I don't know if it's this project. I don't know if it's just because when I make a mistake, I don't know how to fix it, because it's not the same as just knitting, ribbing, or whatever. Fixing it takes more, a little bit more to do, and I don't know how to fix it. So I get irritated, and then I have to rip back a few rows, and then I'm frustrated, and then I've wasted a bunch of time. So I do want to finish that for her, though. So that's also on my queue for this next week. And then I started 2 other projects. So let me see. I started 2 things, a pair of socks for Christmas socks. I don't know where the ball band is. This is Regia, and it's a self-patterning sort of Christmassy color. Susan B. Anderson did the Perfect, and it has dark green cuffs and toes and stuff, but I don't have the perfect, I just have the ball. And so I'm doing it all one color, and I literally started it today while I was getting an oil change. I did not get very far. And I cast on 56 on a US 1 carbons. And I'm going to do 1x1 ribbing for about 20 rows, and then I'll switch to stockinette. I decided I used to do 64 stitches on my socks, and I would do a 0 or a 1, but really after wearing them for a while, for me they stretch out enough that they become sort of slouchy, and I hate that. And so like over tights or something, or leggings, it doesn't really matter, but just with jeans or something, it's driving me crazy. I need a drink of my coffee. And this is my family's Christmas china. I didn't keep very many pieces of it. I kept like 5 mugs I think 5 mugs was maybe all I kept, just for when my parents and my brother visit at Christmas. So if he brings his girlfriend, she'll have a different mug, or she can use mine. So anyway, that's about all I kept, just for sort of the nostalgia. So I have that. So those are really the only socks I'm working on. I ripped out 2 pair of socks, a shawl, and something else yesterday, and then I'm going to be ripping out the party top because I decided it just does not fit the way I want to. So I felt like I finished a bunch of projects, and I ripped out a bunch of projects, and so I started something. And the other thing that I started, sorry, my nose started running. I started the Everyday Slouchy Beanie by Tristan. For the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted, she did, she had this pattern for free for like a day, and which was awesome because it was in my queue anyways. So so I downloaded that, and I just started. I'm using this beautiful pink, has a couple of speckles in it. It's such a pretty color. This is from Whips on Sticks Fiber Co. In Kayla's favorite sock. Kayla was one of our co-hosts when we did the Fiber Girls podcast. So Kayla's favorite sock is a fingering weight 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. This colorway is called Fiber Friends Are the Best Friends, and I don't think she ever had this in her shop. I feel like it was just special yarn she dyed for Sarah and I. But I love it. It's such a pretty color. And my winter coat is white. So I was thinking it's kind of fun, not exactly the same, but I have mittens and then a little pink hat. And then I'm going to hold it with, I'm not doing the inner brim with mohair, but I'm doing the rest of the hat with mohair. And I'm using the rest of this. It's Rowan Kid Silk Haze, and I'm all tangled up. And this is I think it's called Ghost. It doesn't say on here. But anyway, I think that will be really nice together. So I started that. And I'm housing that in one of my favorite little project bags from Banna and Bean. And that was part of my advent calendar last year. I did not purchase an advent calendar this year, and I did not sell an advent calendar this year because I just didn't have the time to do either one, and I wish I had an advent calendar that I had purchased. But I did do a swap in my group, and I'm really excited to open that. So it's a 12-day advent calendar, so that I probably will have to open it a little early. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I think that's all I'm working on. And the other thing, I was working on my Nordiska by Caitlin Hunter, and I started to run out of yarn, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, so it's in a timeout. It's too cropped. I held fingering double to do it as a worsted weight instead of the fingering weight that it's written for, and it is more cropped than I would like. So what I think I'm going to do So I'm going to make it short sleeves. So I'm going to go pick up for the sleeves and decrease down a little bit, and then do a little bit of the color work on the sleeve with a really short ribbing, so they're still really short. And then whatever is left of the main color, I will go pick up the ribbed hem, and I will just knit until I run out of yarn. It still will not be as long as I would like, but I don't think I can match the dye-a-lot. So that was a bummer. I knew that would happen. I had enough yarn if I did it as a fingering weight version, but I just really wanted worsted weight. I don't have enough yarn. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my little plan. We'll see. And then I'm going to be working on, I have like 3 more patterns I'm going to be working on for my designs. If you are interested in testing for me, you can, if you're on Ravelry, go to my Ravelry group, and I have a testing pool thread, and you can sign up there. If you are not on Ravelry and you'd like to test, you can send me an email, or which is, the link is below, or you can DM me on Instagram and let me know. And I will, I'll be probably looking for people closer to the end of the month for that to release in January. Maybe. We'll see how quick that happens. So anyway, it's been really fun. I'm really excited. Designing is really fun, and it's exciting to see the testers come up with their great colors. And I did release it earlier than what I had told them, but I had several people finish early, and it was tech edited and it was ready to go, and I was impatient and I really wanted to get it out there, so I went ahead and published it, and it just it feels really good to see it out there. So so thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in and seeing what I'm up to, and I hopefully I said everything I was thinking about. I had a lot on my mind that I wanted to talk about. My Etsy shop is currently empty other than my pattern, because I sent yarn to a little nitty in Auburn, Washington, and also to the Hook and Needle Nook in Spokane, Washington. So if you're looking for my yarn, those are the places that have it right now, and I will probably get to dyeing some more yarn in January, but for December, I'm gonna just enjoy the season, enjoy the very short time until Christmas comes this year, and I'm also gonna work on designing a little bit. So that's my plan. So if you are interested, the pattern is live. It's available on both. There is the coupon code that I mentioned. It's also shown on social media. You can see that, and that's good through the 4th. And links for all of that, links for my Patreon page will be below, and if you would like to be involved in that you can just click on the link tree and find where you'd like to go there. And thank you all for checking out what I'm doing and for looking at my pattern, and if you have any suggestions for what to do with that felted sweater. Oh God. Anyway, all right. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. And I hope you're having a really great start to the Advent. So take care.